In the first part of our interview with Iris Córdoba, we talk about the sports tech sector in Singapore, the opportunities that the Spanish sport companies can have here. But now we're going to focus on a more cultural aspect of the sport, so the new sports trends in Singapore. So how do you think that sport is perceived here in Singapore? Do Singaporeans practice it just for health, like to relax, or for fun? So what is the perception of sports in Singapore?
I think both, and I can see like a difference before the pandemic and after the pandemic.
Oh.
You know, I think Singapore is positioned. I highlight in Singapore the commitment with the wellness sector and to care the health of their citizens. You know. Here, when the student go to the school, it's very hard. Everyone know the public school for the kid is very, very demanding the time. And in this sense, I think the opportunity that now the kids to practice a sport, to promote the sport is amazing. And the strategic plan that the government presented, the name is 2030 business plan for the sport. They are cover the citizens from kids, seniors and all citizens, with the idea to promote the sport during all your life. And in this sense, they create and they promote in every village in the country different sport facilities to promote their practice close to your home, close to your office, and it's the way to increase the practice of the sport. And in this sense, I think this is good. And wellness and fitness is some of the sector that I think is increase the demand, and their investment not only in promote, is only in host big event in this end. Here the government organized the fitness sport event. It's a very big event in the region. It's amazing. And that's it. I think it's very good.
And for me, it's so interesting that the government makes such a strong effort to promote sports, and they have even just a specific plan for it that covers all ages, and you really understands that sport is really important for of course to remain fit, but also a way to de-stress. And having kids so stressed out because of the study they have to do, but also older people and adults with work, and so combining this effort from the government, for me is so interesting. And so I want to ask you, so we have to talk about the way that sport is perceived in Singapore, but what is the difference between the way Spain perceives sport?
I think the passion is
we're way
the
more
key,
we're really
because
we
live the sport with a very strong engage. We believe in the power that the sport has. I think here they have multiple access, or they can access for multiple sport. But it's not the same that maybe in Spain 2-3 sport is the sport that all the people want to practice. When my kids went to the school in Spain, and they can get football at the school, basket, gymnastics, and maybe tennis. I think here the sport are different. Here you can see the very passion for table tennis, or one championship, or karate, other sport, and they are fun for more than one sport. In Spain is I'm fan from my Real Madrid, only Real Madrid, and the rest of the club is not part of my life, but here is amazing. You can see maybe in July was the the match between Liverpool and Crystal Palace, and all the national stadium, all the people with the jersey red for the Liverpool, the people are open to spend money in the merchandising. One weekend for football, the other is e-sport competition or table tennis competition, and again the people go and buy the jersey for other sport. No, I think this is amazing. In Spain, where like you maintain the jersey from
you're super loyal. Yeah, that's true.
This is my only t-shirt. This is the lucky t-shirt or the lucky jersey. I think is very different. The fun here than the fun in Spain.
Yes, so
this is my personal opinion. I'm not.
Yes, of course, everyone will have their personal take, but it's true that Spanish people were really passionate about like a specific team and a specific sport, and we give all of ourselves just to support that team, that specific team. And I encourage all the Singaporeans to watch the Spanish people just see the classic between the Real Madrid and the Barcelona. I think it's really interesting to see the different cultures that, we share the passion for sports and for football, but I think it's a bit different, the enthusiasm behind every match. And so we have talked about like different events that happen in Singapore, and I want to ask you about, so regarding the sports events, I'm sure that in Singapore, as you mentioned in the first part of the interview, there are a lot of events happening. So, but it is that the engagement that coming from Asian people as strong as Spanish regarding sporting events. So the attendance to the matches, for example, or to the passion behind like supporting the teams. So how do you see that in Spain everyone goes to the stadium and just cheers and gives the lungs out. So how do you see that happening in Singapore?
I think here the sport is the real entertainment, no? In Spain is the passion, is the loyalty for your club. You have the membership in your club. Here is different in this sense. You consume sport like entertainment, no? You can go to the cinema, you can go to the theater, or you can go to watch the football match, you know. And I think this is a big difference in Spain, because if you are Real Madrid member, you go every weekend and follow your club, Real Madrid or Barcelona or Betis, you know. And in this sense, here you can follow different sports, no? And all of them, the people will go to give this support and to enjoy, because indeed it's entertainment, and they want to have fun during this sport, you know. I have been this is my year 2 in Singapore, and I have been in more than 10-11 sport event, big sport event in rugby 7 or triathlon or table tennis or e-sport event, polo event. All of them, when you show the passion or the enthusiasm for the local people, it's amazing, no? They are very happy to enjoy this activity. Maybe other thing is the prices. I think here for the people is more affordable maybe than in Spain, because go to the match every week for the people in Spain maybe is very expensive, you know. And I think here the people can buy the ticket every time, and it's affordable. Even for us, like foreign here, we can buy the ticket and enjoy the very good sport.
Wow! So the Singaporeans have this like flexibility and to be able to enjoy the different sports. But do you see that Europe and Asia have in a way kind of interchanged the passion for sports, the culture behind sports, the traditional sports? So
yes, for sure. If you think in clubs, again, sorry, my work is a sport, and I work very close to soccer or football. And for example, clubs like Real Madrid or Barcelona Football Club has in country like Indonesia more than 48 million of fans in this country. You know,
wow.
This is true. You imagine if you can connect with all of them and ask for pay only €1, it's the double of the budget that the club like Real Madrid can create in 1 year. No? In this sense, of course, the funds in sport in Asia are very relevant for different sport in Spain, and it's the business opportunity. This is why we are here too. This is why we invite the companies to explore in Asia the very good region to expand their business, you know. But I think the passion of the sport, the passion for the football or the soccer in Asia is very relevant for us and for Spain and for Latin America, of course, too.
Yeah, so we see that in Asia there's a real engagement coming for all the Spanish soccer teams or maybe other sports as well, so they can see a real opportunity here, not just in Singapore but in Asia in general. So for all the companies listening and kind of looking for the new trends and kind of anticipating other companies to follow, so how do you envision the new trends that will come in Asia regarding sports, and are all sports already invented, or do you think there will be more to come?
For sure, no. I think if you asked me this question 10 years ago, and the e-sport is not like the e-sport is today, no. I think the technology can create new sport. Why not? Now we can find races with drones. No, it's a new sport. It's a sport. It's not a sport. I think the technology will be able to create new sport. Why not? And if you think in the metaverse, why not? We can create a new stadium with a new sport. I believe the technology will continue supporting the sport industry like others industry to create new business opportunities, and why not new sport. But I think about today, I think the e-sport is something that here in Asia can offer from Europe and other continents their experience, because we talk about the maturity of the sport tech ecosystem in Europe from Asia, but I think in e-sport Asia is the reference for the rest of the world too, you know.
Exactly. Well, so we will catch up in 10 years and see what happens in the metaverse and the e-sports. But I mean, make sure you follow Iris tips and focus on e-sports, on the metaverse, but also on your technology and building a strong technology for Singapore and for Asia. And remember, there's real engagement here coming and great opportunities. So we encourage all the Spanish companies to explore this fascinating ecosystem. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And see you next week with more content.